You want to know what I don't get most of all with the censorship of anime? Besides all the pointless digital painting and the changing of lines and such, is this. Powerpuff Girls has blood. There's a crap load of blood. People beat the crap out of each other. Batman, the original animated series, that had death and guns and talk of death and talk of killing. When Sailor Moon falls and skins her knee, it's, oh no, protect the children! In my opinion, call me crazy, call me a fool, that's racism. You know what I mean? You know, they censor all this Japanese stuff, but the American stuff remains the same. Now to another topic that dubbers happen to avoid. Death. You see, I think there's a user by the name of Tetsukin, whatever his name is. He posts what 4Kids has done to bastardize One Piece. And you know, I'm going to admit something again right now. I hate One Piece because when I originally saw the American version, I thought it was retarded. I thought it was stupid. The way Monkey D. Luffy was like, I'm gonna be king of the pirates! Every chance he gets, and Nico Robin sounding like a friggin' Daisy Duke, and what's his name? The chef who does breakdance kits. He sounds like a frickin' Brooklyn dude. But when I saw the original Japanese, I was hooked. I want to watch it. Because it's so deep and touching. Especially Bellemere's death, which they happen to avoid in 4Kids. But anyway, Tetsukin, he posts all these videos of the difference between the American and the Japanese dub, and let me tell you, there's a huge difference. Especially when death is involved. Like Bellemere. In the original, she was supposedly taken to a dungeon to spend the rest of her life. By, Arlon. You know, the shark dude. But in the original Japanese dub, she just gets shot in the friggin' face. I like to see how they explain why characters are never seen again when they don't die. Like Bellemere. You know, they say she's shipped in a dungeon, and then they say she isn't. And then they say she's shipped in a dungeon, and they say, you know what, why don't you just say she's friggin' on vacation? You know, even though her two kids are in a dungeon working their asses off for Arlon to make maps, you know, why don't you just say that why don't you just save a whole bunch of time and tell us that she's on vacation, because that's how you're treating it like it. But, I must say, the only decent 4Kids dub that I've ever seen is Ultimate Muscle. And let me explain why. One, since it's Kaneki Man, one of my all-time favorite animes, I was hoping to God they didn't mess this up. I'm thinking, 4Kids better not screw this up. But they didn't. I mean, there's this one instance where one of the characters is supposed to die, but since it's 4Kids, they can't have that because it'll scar the children for life. So instead what they do is that they just have him break his hip, and then there's car jokes in place. I am not making this up. Look it up on Wikipedia or YouTube or something. But anyway, Kaneki Mantaro, a.k.a. Kid Muscle, actually has a really good voice in that dub. I was surprised. I mean, he could be a coward and then convincingly serious at the same time. And, there's really... I'm shocked as hell to say this. Kaneki Man, Ultimate Muscle is a decent 4Kids dub. The moons have aligned. 4Kids actually made a good dub. But, there are a few problems I have with it. One, Kaneki Man's signature move, the Muscle Buster, or the Kaneki Buster, which, you know, he puts him on his shoulder, puts his legs out, jumps in the air, and lands on his ass, breaking their neck, has been turned into the Butt Buster for a few episodes. Then they decided it was a stupid move, and decided to change it into, Kaneki Buster! Next, remember Meat Alexandria? Kaneki Man's little lackey, his little manager? Need I remind you? This little guy? In the original, he's supposed to be 9. He's supposed to have the voice of a little kid. Since that's why, in Ultimate Muscle, he's supposed to have the same voice, because he froze himself in time in case someone like Kaneki Man wanted to get trained to become the next Earth's universe, whatever, hero. But in the Ultimate Muscle, the redub, they make him sound like Mickey from Rocky. And I can kind of understand that, since he is Kid Muscle's mentor, somewhat of a Rocky, and he's moving up in the world, you know. Got the eye of the tiger, you know, he got the touch, he's got the power. Yeah! You know, stuff like that. And then my final complaint is that they changed some of the names around, but then again, that's to be expected. I actually like the theme song they came up with. Ultimate Muscle. You know, I like it. Unlike One Piece, where it's like, gonna be the king of the pirates, gotta go. He's Monkey D. Luffy. Yo, he took a bite of gum. You know, stuff like that. So, that's my rant. Hopefully, 4Kids will listen to this shit and stop fucking up anime. Over and out.
闇の中から生まれ出たこれはブラックフォアミソロ悪事はお天の物に候はポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポン ポンポポンポンポポン。悪魔の影と名も高い、さてもブラックフォアにその